Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Moon Serena here, and it's me, Sailor Neptune, Sailor SeaWorld Michelle here, and today we're going to talk about we why we want nothing to do with Euro business helpership or workership or whatever you want to call it, you know. And here are some of the grounds of it. One, the shifting oversights. Now, everyone is going to say there's followership oversights, then there's ownership and double right, and those never shift. But mateship, business friendship or business workership or whatever you want to call it, that oversight seems to shift a lot. You know, and that would mean that, we got to read up on all the old oversights as well as the new oversights, just to be caught up. And then worry if our films or our fairway is meeting all the standards of the business friendship or the business helpership oversights, and then showing oversights which seem to shift all the time, most likely more than business ship oversight seems to shift. There's always these new oversights, which takes a lot of freedom away from what you can or cannot do in your films. So that's another ground, the lack of freedom. Now, a lot of folks are going to say that when you're a business friend or a business helper of Euro, they're going to say, well, you still can make the films the way you want to make them. Yeah, that's true. But you can lose your business ship. You can lose your income ship or whatever you want to call it if you make films that businesses don't want to buy time on. So in other words, you got to then start shifting the way that you do your work. That means we have to be worried about, oh, did we say this curse word here? Oh, did we throw this thing here? Did we say or do this thing? And you'll never know if what you said or did goes against your film getting gelded, or your live stream or your short or your podcast getting gelded or not. Don't really want to have to deal with any of that shit and losing what freedom that we do have on Euro or what rights that we do have when it comes to filmmaking. And another thing, because those are two things that you got to worry about, and that's one thing you tend to got to give up. Yeah, you're right, Sailor Moon. You're right, Serena. If you're not worrying about YouTube, about business ship or business helper or business worker oversight shifting, or the showing oversight shifting and the losing of right and freedom when it comes to that kind of thing, then go, by all means do it. But we're not doing that. Then, not meeting the standard. Now, I know a lot of folks are going to say that Euro shifts the standard. Oh, you only have to have these reckoning of followers. Your films, you only have to have this over this watch time and looking. But let's be earnest. We have a lot of followers, but that's the only thing we have going for ourselves as far as looking or watching goes for our films or live streams or shorts. Not all of them get the same looking or watching, so we wouldn't get in with that anyway. And then losing your income or losing your gelding or incoming of films and not being told why that is. You hear about you hear about Euro business friends or business helpers talk about how a film they made that they believed was following followership oversight, ownership double right, showing oversight, business oversight, whatever. And then they seek their film was somehow flagged for not following showers oversight or whatever. And then, well, you can't gouge this film. and then you lose gal. Or someone says it's ownership and double right, so boom, you lose gal that way. And we don't want to go for any of that shit. Lose our good standing to ownership or double right, which we don't really got to worry about anyway, but losing any income or gal that we would make because either someone at Euro or some tool made a bad call, and the lack of answerable and the lacking of this of Euro being answerable to you anyway, they say, do we really want to go into a shout out box with one Euro hireling, which is really a Google hireling, which itself is a alphabet or rune hireling who either can't or will not help you? No, we don't want to go for any of that shit. And have to worry about income toll being taken out? Yeah, because any gal you make from being a business friend or a business helper, yeah, it's being your income's being taken out. But unlike a hireling, where they take it out for you, do you really want to trust that you do you really, and we don't truly have an understanding of income law at all, gather right, share near, to be earnest with you, and do we want to go through that shit and have income told that we got to file and then worry about if it was filed right or not by someone at Google or someone at Alphabet or Rune? No, I don't think so. So business friendship or business workership or whatever you folks want to call it is not going to be for us. Yeah, you're right, Sailor Neptune. You're right, Sailor. You're right, Michelle. It sucks to be a Euro business friend or a business helper. That's our belief of it. If you folks out there like it, then all more might to you. But I'm just telling you, there are way too many downsides to being that or even getting into it. And it's hard to get into it. Hey, but it's smooth to lose it too. And thank God we'll never have to. And thank God that we're not a business friend or a business helper, and we want nothing to do with it. All right? Give this film a like, share and playlist it, and we'll see you later.